Welcome. To receive daily prayers and inspiring messages of God's love and peace, please subscribe and join our community. My beloved child, I want to begin by assuring you of something you may not always feel in the midst of your struggles. I am with you. You may not see me, but I am here, working on your behalf every moment, even when it seems like the world is quiet and still. I understand that the silence around you might make you feel isolated. At times you may feel that the world has forgotten about you, that your struggles go unnoticed. I know it can be difficult when you pray and hope for a breakthrough, yet see no immediate change. You wonder if anyone truly hears you, and if what you are doing really matters. You might feel the weight of the world pressing down on your shoulders and wonder if anyone truly cares. But let me tell you this, child, I see everything. I see your pain, your struggle, your longing. I understand the silent prayers that come from the depths of your heart. Even when you do not have the words to express your sorrow, I hear your cries. I know the deepest corners of your soul, and I know that sometimes you feel lost. But I want to reassure you of something today. You are not lost. I am right here with you, even when you feel abandoned. You may not see me with your physical eyes, but I am walking beside you. I am guiding your steps, even when you cannot see the path ahead. In the dark moments of life, when it seems like the world has turned its back on you, I am still here. In your loneliness, in your confusion, in your doubt, I am with you. You do not walk alone. You are not forgotten. You might be going through a season in your life where everything feels uncertain. There are moments when the weight of your circumstances feels unbearable. You wonder if anyone truly understands what you are facing. And in these moments, it may seem like you are walking alone. But I tell you, my dear child, you are never alone. I am walking with you, even when you cannot see my presence, even when the way forward feels unclear. The challenges you are facing right now are real. I know they are difficult, but I want you to know something important. These challenges are not the end of your story. They are part of your journey, and I am using them to shape you into the person I know you can be. You may not understand why things are happening the way they are, but trust in my plan. It is far greater than anything you can imagine. I know you're struggling, I know your heart is heavy, and I know that you feel like you've been waiting for answers for so long. I know it can be hard to trust when everything around you seems chaotic. But I am here, just as I promised. I am working behind the scenes of your life, making sure that every moment of your journey is part of a much greater plan. One that is filled with love, hope, and purpose. You see, my plan for you goes beyond what you can see. I am preparing something incredible for you, something that will give you peace, joy, and fulfillment. But you must trust me, even when you cannot see the end. The road ahead may seem dark, but I am the light in your path. I will show you the way when you feel lost. When you feel uncertain, I will give you the courage to continue. Do not be afraid, for I am your shepherd, and I will not let you walk in the dark alone. The darkness may seem overwhelming, but the light is always with you. I see your pain. I see the frustration in your heart when you feel like nothing is changing. But I want you to know that change is happening, even if it feels slow, even if it feels like nothing is shifting. In the silence, in the stillness, I am at work. Even in your quiet moments, when you are sitting alone, or when you feel as though no one is watching, I am there. I am with you, wrapping you in my love. I know how easy it is to feel like the world has turned its back on you, to feel like your prayers are unanswered. But I promise you this, I am answering. I am working even when it doesn't seem like it. You may not see the results right now, but I am laying the foundation for something greater. So I ask you, my beloved child, will you trust me? Will you believe that I am working for your good, even when it is not obvious to your eyes? Will you trust that I am preparing a future for you that is greater than anything you can imagine? I understand your doubt. I understand your fear. These feelings are human, and it is okay to feel them. But in the midst of them, I need you to remember this one truth. I am with you. I am working on your behalf. I am orchestrating things in ways you cannot see, but I ask you to trust me. Trust that I am leading you towards something better. Trust that I am here, even when you feel like you're all alone. I know you are tired. I know your heart is weary from the battles you have fought, and sometimes it feels as though you've fought too long without a break. But child, I need you to hold on. The breakthrough is coming. Keep pressing forward. Keep trusting in my timing. There may be moments when you feel lost, and you may question where the road is leading. You might wonder if you'll ever reach the place you're meant to be, if the purpose you've been seeking will ever come to fruition. But remember, child, you do not walk alone. I am right here beside you, and no matter what comes your way, I will never leave you. When the road feels uncertain, when the future seems foggy, know this: I am walking with you. I am preparing the way even when you cannot see it. There are times in life when you'll encounter detours, obstacles, and unexpected turns, but none of these are beyond my control. I am working all things together for your good. Now take a deep breath. Let go of the worry, let go of the fear. You do not have to carry this burden alone. I am here, and I am carrying it with you. Trust in my plan, and trust in my love for you. Everything that you are going through right now is part of a much bigger picture. You may not see it now, but one day you will understand. And when that day comes, you will see how every moment, every tear, every prayer has led you to a place of peace, fulfillment, and purpose. So today I ask you to rest in my love. Trust that I am working for your good, even when you cannot see the path ahead. You do not need to know the full story right now. Just trust that I am with you, and I will guide you. There is so much more in store for you, and this is just the beginning of a journey that will lead you to the purpose I have prepared for you. Remember this always, my child. I am with you. I am guiding you. I am working behind the scenes even when you cannot see it. Trust in me, and trust that I am leading you to something greater than you can ever imagine. My beloved child, I know that life has not always been easy. I know that there are moments when you ask, "Why me, Lord? Why do I have to go through this?" And in those moments, you may feel overwhelmed, lost, and uncertain of the purpose behind your struggles. But I'm here to tell you today that everything happens for a reason. Every moment you live, every trial you face, every joy and every pain, it all serves a purpose. It all fits together into the greater story that I am weaving for your life. I understand that this might be hard to accept. You look around and see others who seem to have it easier, people who have what you want, or who live without the same burdens that you bear. You wonder why things seem so difficult for you. Why do you have to endure such pain? Why does it feel like the world is against you? And why does it seem like others are walking their journey with ease? My child, I know your heart, and I see your tears. I know that you long for relief, for answers, for a sense of purpose in the midst of your suffering. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your suffering is not in vain. I know it can feel like it, especially when the pain is deep or the darkness seems unending. But every tear you shed, every moment you feel overwhelmed, is part of the greater purpose I have for your life. You may not see it now, but trust that every moment is working together for your good. It is shaping you, preparing you, and ultimately leading you to the person you are meant to become. I know that when you are in the middle of a storm, it is hard to see the sun shining behind the clouds. You may feel lost, confused, and afraid. But I want to assure you that the storm will pass, and when it does, you will look back and see that everything you went through was necessary. The challenges you face now are not random. They are not coincidences. They are part of my divine plan for you, and they are shaping you in ways you cannot yet understand. The struggles you face are not without purpose. In moments of suffering, it can be easy to feel like you're being punished, as though the challenges you face are a sign of failure or a result of something you did wrong. But I want to make it clear, my child, suffering is not a punishment. It is an opportunity for growth, for learning, for developing resilience and faith. It is a chance to draw closer to me, to rely on me when you feel you have nothing left to hold on to. The world may tell you that happiness comes from comfort and ease, but I tell you that true growth often comes from discomfort. True strength is built in the fires of adversity, and true faith is forged in the furnace of hardship. I have not abandoned you. On the contrary, I am with you, holding you close, walking alongside you through every difficult step you take. You might wonder how this is possible, how suffering can lead to something good. But remember, child, I am working behind the scenes, shaping every moment, even the painful ones, for your ultimate good. You may not see the full picture now, but there is a purpose behind every trial, every hardship, every delay. Consider the example of the great saints in my word. They, too, faced trials that seemed insurmountable. Job lost everything, his wealth, his health, his family, and yet through it all he remained faithful to me. He did not understand why he was suffering, but he trusted in my plan. And in the end, I restored him, and his faith became a testimony to generations to come. Think of Joseph, who was sold by his own brothers into slavery. His journey was filled with betrayal, loneliness, and hardship. But in the end, what seemed like a series of unfortunate events was part of a divine plan to save many lives, including the lives of his family. Joseph's story is a reminder that even when you do not understand the why, I am still at work, orchestrating things for your good. The pain you feel now may seem unbearable, but trust that it is not the end of the story. It is simply a part of your story, a chapter that will lead you to a place of healing, understanding, and ultimately victory. I am using every moment, every struggle, to mold you into who you are meant to be. I am refining you, shaping your character, deepening your faith, and teaching you to trust in my timing. The seasons of life. Trust the process. There are seasons in life, my child, and not all of them are meant to be joyful or easy. Just as the earth goes through seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter, so do you. There are times of growth, times of harvest, times of rest, and times of preparation. It is in these seasons that I teach you patience, perseverance, and trust. When you are in a season of winter, it may seem like nothing is growing. The trees are bare, the flowers have withered, and the world feels cold and barren. But even in winter, there is a purpose. The earth is preparing for spring. New life is being formed beneath the surface, even when you cannot see it. So too, in your life there are times when things may seem dormant, when your efforts may feel fruitless, when progress seems slow or non-existent. But remember this, even in the winter, I am preparing you for a new season. Just as the farmer plants seeds in the ground and waits for them to grow, you too must trust in the process. There are things happening beneath the surface in your life that you cannot yet see. The waiting may be hard, but it is not wasted. It is preparing you for the next phase of your journey, for the next season of growth and abundance. In times of waiting, when you feel like nothing is happening, I am still at work. I am cultivating the soil of your soul, removing the weeds and enriching the ground so that, when the time is right, you will bear fruit. Trust the process. Trust my timing. Just as the seed must first be buried before it can grow into something beautiful, so too must you sometimes experience the darkness and the waiting before you can see the light of the harvest. Your pain is part of my plan. I know it's hard to imagine that your pain could be part of a greater plan. When you are in the midst of hardship, it's difficult to see how it could lead to something good. But I tell you, my beloved child, your pain is never wasted. It is part of my divine purpose for you, and it is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. When you suffer, you are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. I am close to you in your pain, walking with you every step of the way. I am refining you, teaching you, and drawing you closer to me through your trials. I am using your pain to build your strength, to deepen your faith, and to make you more compassionate toward others who suffer. I know it's difficult to understand, and you may not have all the answers now. But I promise you this. One day, you will see how everything was part of my perfect plan. You will look back and understand that your suffering was not meaningless. It was the crucible in which your character was formed. And in the end, when you are standing in the place of victory, you will see how your trials have shaped you into a person of strength, resilience, and faith. My child, know that I am with you always. Even when you cannot see the way forward, I am guiding you. Even when the path seems unclear, I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your good. Trust that every moment, every season, every challenge has a purpose. And in the end, you will see how every piece of your story fits together to create something beautiful. My beloved child, I want you to take a moment and reflect on something very important. I am caring for you in ways that you cannot see. Even when you feel alone, even when the world around you feels chaotic and uncertain, I am constantly at work in your life. My love and protection are not always visible to you, but they are no less real. In fact, my care for you is more profound than anything you could comprehend with your limited understanding. I know that in times of difficulty, it can feel as if you are forgotten, as if no one is looking out for you. And you might ask, why do I feel so abandoned? You might feel that I am far away, but I am here, close to you. Even in your darkest moments, I am walking beside you. In the silence, in the uncertainty, in the storms of life, I am there, working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances and guiding you towards safety and peace. Sometimes you cannot see how I am working. You may not recognize the ways I am intervening on your behalf. But know this, my beloved, my care for you is constant, even when it is hidden from your eyes, when you think that no one is there for you, when the weight of the world feels too much to bear. I am the one who is holding you up, even if you cannot feel it. Every breath you take, every step you make, is guided by my hand. I am the one who is with you when you feel all alone. You may not feel my presence in a tangible way, but I assure you, I am closer than you think. I am working on your behalf in ways that you cannot see. Invisible care. God's protection. Think for a moment about how you live each day. How many small, seemingly insignificant moments pass by unnoticed? But I am in those moments. I am there in the quiet moments when you sit in stillness, when you drive down the road, when you walk to work, or when you sit at home alone. Every action you take is infused with my care, even when you cannot perceive it. There are many things happening around you that you are unaware of. How I am shielding you from dangers you cannot see. You are unaware of the countless times I have protected you from harm, from accidents, from circumstances that could have turned your life in a different direction. There are moments where I've whispered to your heart to take a different route, to make a certain choice, to avoid a situation, and you may never know that it was my protection keeping you safe. Every time you've avoided an accident, every time you've escaped a dangerous situation, I was there. When you were protected from harm in ways you cannot even understand, I was looking after you. You may not see it, but I am watching over you every second. The world may seem chaotic, and evil may be present in many places, but my protection surrounds you at all times. I know there are moments when you feel overwhelmed by the world around you. The uncertainty, the challenges, the fears, all of these seem to crowd in. But in the midst of this, you must remember that I am caring for you, even when you don't feel it. Even when you are anxious, even when you are afraid, I am with you. I am surrounding you with my peace, my protection, and my love, even in ways that are invisible to your eyes. God's care through circumstances. I also want to remind you that I care for you through the circumstances of your life. I know that sometimes it may seem like everything is falling apart, like the pieces of your life are scattered in disarray and there is no order. But I want you to understand that I am still in control and everything is unfolding according to my perfect plan. When you face difficulties, when you go through trials, I am not distant. I am using those moments to refine you, to shape you, to prepare you for something greater. Every hardship is an opportunity for growth. Every challenge is a chance for you to learn to rely more deeply on me. The difficult situations you face are not random. They are part of my perfect design. Remember, child, that I see the bigger picture. I see the end from the beginning. While you may be focused on the present moment, on the difficulty you are facing right now, I am looking ahead, preparing the way for you. The hardship you are going through today is shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Every situation, every person, every event, whether it feels good or bad, has a role in the story I am writing for you. Even when you face disappointments, setbacks, or challenges that seem insurmountable, remember this. I am using these moments to prepare you for the future I have planned for you. They are not signs of abandonment. They are not evidence that I have forgotten you. They are evidence that I am working in ways you cannot see, doing things you cannot understand right now. But in time, you will see the purpose behind it all. God's care through His Word and His Spirit. One of the ways that I care for you invisibly is through my Word and my Spirit. My Word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. When you feel lost, when you feel uncertain, my Word will guide you. The Bible is not just a book, it is a living document filled with wisdom, truth, and guidance. When you read my word, I am speaking to you. The words you read are not just ink on paper, they are life. They are truth. They are the very words of God. I speak to your heart through the Scriptures, and I lead you in ways that you cannot always see. My word brings you comfort when you are sad, encouragement when you are weary, and correction when you need it. Every time you open the Bible, know that I am there, speaking to you through the pages. But I don't just care for you through my word, I also care for you through the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is my presence within you, guiding you, comforting you, and teaching you. When you feel alone, it is the Holy Spirit who whispers to your heart, reassuring you that you are not forgotten. When you need wisdom, the Holy Spirit is there to help you understand my will. When you feel weak, the Holy Spirit strengthens you, giving you the courage to keep moving forward. The Holy Spirit is not a distant force. He is living inside of you, walking with you, helping you in ways that you cannot fully understand. Through the Spirit, I give you peace that surpasses understanding, joy in the midst of sorrow, and strength when you feel weak. The Spirit is my invisible care for you, always with you, guiding you and helping you. God's care through others. Finally, I want you to know that I also care for you through the people around you. Sometimes my care for you is visible in the kindness of others. When a friend reaches out to encourage you, when someone offers you a listening ear, when a stranger shows you compassion, it is my love working through them. I use people in your life as instruments of my care. I surround you with a community of believers, with family and friends to help you through difficult times. When you feel alone, I send people to remind you that you are loved, that you are not abandoned. You are part of a body, a family of believers, and I will use those around you to care for you in ways that you may not always recognize. Sometimes I will place people in your life who will offer wisdom, who will pray for you, who will be there to help you stand when you feel like falling. This is my love for you in action. You are not meant to walk this journey alone. You have a family in me, and I am always sending people to surround you with love and care, God's invisible care in the everyday. So, my child, as you move through each day, remember this: I am caring for you in ways you cannot see. My care for you is constant, it is personal, and it is unending. I am protecting you, guiding you, providing for you, and shaping you in every moment, even when you don't feel it. Even in your quiet moments, when you are going through your daily routine, know that I am with you. When you feel tired, when you feel frustrated, when you feel like life is wearing you down, remember that I am right there with you. My love and care surround you at all times. You are never alone, my beloved child. I am with you, even when you cannot see me. I am working behind the scenes in the invisible moments to bring you peace, comfort, and protection. Trust in my care. Trust that I am always with you, even in the silence. And know that I am working, even when you cannot see it. My beloved child, I want you to listen to these words carefully, for they are words of great assurance. Even when it feels like you are alone, even when the world seems still and silent, I am always working. I never stop. I am constantly at work, shaping the circumstances of your life, weaving together the threads of your story, and preparing you for what is to come. I understand that there are times in your life when you feel like nothing is happening. You may be waiting for a breakthrough, for change, for answers to your prayers, but it seems like the world around you is stagnant. You feel like nothing is shifting, and you may even begin to doubt if I am really working on your behalf. But I am here to tell you, my child, I am always working. In those quiet moments when nothing seems to change, I am still at work. In the silence, in the waiting, in the moments where you feel stuck, I am preparing things for you that you cannot yet see. I never rest, and I never stop working for your good. You may not see it now, but everything is moving according to my perfect plan. I am working in ways that are invisible to your eyes. Just as the earth is continually turning, the winds are blowing, and the sun is rising and setting, I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, opening doors, and guiding your steps in ways that you cannot understand. Even in your moments of waiting, I am preparing the next chapter of your journey. God's work is unseen, but ever present. It's important to understand, my child, that much of my work is unseen. You do not always see the changes that are happening beneath the surface, just as you do not always see the seeds growing underground. But I assure you the seeds are growing. The roots are being established even when you do not see them, and one day, when the time is right, the fruit will emerge. Think of the process of growth in nature. The seed is buried in the dark soil, and it seems as if nothing is happening. But deep beneath the earth, life is stirring. The roots are spreading, the stem is growing, and the plant is reaching toward the light. This is how I work in your life. I may be silent at times, but I am always at work, preparing you for the future I have planned for you. In the same way, I am working in your heart, my beloved. When you feel like nothing is changing, when you feel like you are stuck in the same place, remember that I am working in ways you cannot see. I am working on your heart, your character, and your spirit. I am teaching you patience, perseverance, and trust. You may not understand why you are in a season of waiting, why things seem to be moving slowly, but I want you to know this. I am preparing you for something greater. There are things I must teach you, and lessons I must show you before you are ready for the next step in your journey. Trust in my timing, and trust that I am working even when you do not see it. God's work in the details of your life. It is not just the big events of your life that I am working on, my child. I am working in the small, seemingly insignificant details of your life as well. I know the number of hairs on your head, and I care about every detail of your day. No moment is too small, no need too insignificant for my attention. I am with you in your everyday life. When you wake up in the morning, when you go about your work, when you interact with others, I am there, guiding you, leading you, and shaping your path. Even in the most mundane moments, I am at work in your life. Every decision you make, every choice you make, I am influencing in ways you may not even realize. Think about the many moments in your life that seem insignificant. The moments when you feel that the world is simply passing by. I am working even in those moments. Whether you are walking to the store, driving to work, or talking to a friend, I am present. I am guiding your steps, nudging you in the right direction, and arranging circumstances for your good. Every encounter you have, every opportunity you are given, has been divinely orchestrated. Even the people you meet along the way, the conversations you have, and the lessons you learn are all part of my plan. There are no accidents in my kingdom. I am working through every relationship, every interaction, to shape your future and to guide you toward the path I have prepared for you. God's work in your trials. I know that there are times when you feel like you are going through a season of hardship or suffering. You may wonder why you must endure such pain, such trials, such moments of hardship. But my child, I want you to know this. I am working in your trials. I never waste a trial. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity for growth. Every challenge is a chance to draw closer to me, to deepen your faith, and to learn to trust in my provision. I am using your struggles to refine you, to make you stronger, and to prepare you for what is ahead. Just as gold is refined in the fire, so too is your faith refined in times of difficulty. I am using your trials to shape your character, to build your strength, and to help you grow into the person you are meant to be. It may be hard to see now, but I am using every hardship for your good. I am working behind the scenes, even when you do not understand the purpose of your suffering. Remember, child, that I am not distant in your suffering. I am walking through it with you. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel lost, I am your guide. When you feel like you cannot go on, I am carrying you. Every step you take, I am with you, working to bring about a greater good from your pain. You may not understand the reason for your trials right now, but in time you will see how they have shaped you. You will look back and realize that every hardship was necessary to prepare you for the future I have planned for you. Trust that I am working even in your suffering. You are not alone. God's work in your victory. The work I am doing in your life is not limited to your trials. I am also working in your moments of victory. When you experience success, when you see breakthroughs, when you achieve your goals, know that I have been at work all along, preparing you for these moments. Victory is not something that happens by chance. It is the result of my guidance, my care, and my work in your life. When you experience moments of success, it is a sign that you have been faithful, that you have persevered through the difficulties, and that you have trusted in me. And when you experience victory, I want you to remember to give me the glory, for it is through my strength that you are able to overcome. Every victory you experience is a testimony of my work in your life. I am working in your victories, just as I work in your trials. Every achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of joy is a reflection of my goodness and my faithfulness. God's work in the world around you. Finally, my child, I want you to remember that I am not only working in your life, but I am also working in the world around you. The world may seem chaotic at times, but I am in control. Every nation, every event, every moment in history is under my sovereignty. I am working behind the scenes to bring about my will on earth, even when it seems like things are out of control. When you look around and see suffering, injustice, and pain, it may be hard to understand how I am working, but trust that I am using everything for my greater purpose. The world is not random, it is part of my divine plan. And though there is evil in the world, I will bring about good. I am working in ways you cannot see, orchestrating events, raising up leaders, and guiding the hearts of men and women to fulfill my will. You may not understand all that is happening, but trust that I am at work. I am using everything, the good and the bad, the light and the dark, for my glory and for your good. My plan is unfolding, and nothing is outside of my control. My beloved child, in the quiet moments when you reflect on your life, when you look at the journey you have traveled so far, I want you to remember something very important. I have a plan for you. You may not always understand it, you may not always see the full picture, but know this. Everything that has happened, everything that will happen, is part of my perfect and loving plan for your life. There are times when you may find it difficult to trust in my plan. Life doesn't always unfold in the way you imagined. There are moments when things don't go the way you hoped, and you may feel like your dreams are slipping through your fingers. It is easy to doubt, to question whether I truly have a plan for you. It's natural to feel anxious when things are uncertain, when the road ahead seems unclear, when the promises feel distant. But I want to tell you today, trust in my plan, for my plan is always good, and it is always for your best. I know the waiting can be hard, and the uncertainty can be overwhelming. You may ask, why is this happening to me? Why must I go through these trials, these delays, this waiting? But I tell you this, every moment of your life is carefully orchestrated by me. I am not distant, I am not indifferent to your pain. I am present, working in the unseen moments, shaping you and your circumstances in ways you cannot yet fully understand. Trusting God in uncertainty. I understand how difficult it can be to trust when you cannot see the way forward. When the path ahead is unclear, it's natural to feel lost and uncertain. When things don't make sense, it can be hard to keep faith. But child, let me remind you, I am not bound by time. I see the beginning from the end. I know the outcome even when you cannot. Trust me in the process and know that I am working all things together for your good. When you're in the midst of a storm, it's hard to see beyond the clouds. But trust that the storm will pass. Even in the storm, I am working. You may not understand why you must endure these trials, but know that every storm has its purpose. Every trial is an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for becoming the person I created you to be. I am preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. The struggles you face today are not the end of your story. They are simply chapters in the journey that I am unfolding for you. Trust in the process, and trust that I am shaping you, even when you cannot see the results right now. Trusting God's timing. One of the hardest aspects of trusting in my plan is understanding my timing. You may feel as though things are moving too slowly, or perhaps you wonder if your prayers are even being heard. You may wonder, why does it take so long? Why does it seem like others are receiving what they asked for while I am still waiting? But, my child, trust in my timing, for it is always perfect. There is a saying, God's timing is always perfect, and I want you to remember that. You are not behind schedule. The world may rush, but I am never in a hurry. I work according to my perfect timetable. What feels like a delay to you is not a delay in my eyes. It is a part of the preparation process. Think about the story of Abraham. I promised him a son, and for many years Abraham and Sarah waited. They were old in age, and the promise seemed impossible. But in the fullness of time, I fulfilled my promise. The child they waited for, Isaac, was the beginning of a great nation. If Abraham and Sarah had not waited, if they had not trusted in my timing, the promise would not have been fulfilled as it was. I understand the waiting is hard. The period of waiting can feel long, and it can test your faith. But know this, in the waiting, I am working. I am preparing your heart. I am preparing your circumstances, and I am preparing the perfect moment for my plan to unfold. Trust that when the time is right, the doors will open, and you will see the beauty of what I've been preparing for you. God's plan is bigger than our understanding. It is also important to understand that my plan for you is far greater than anything you could dream or imagine. You may have plans for your life, and that is good. But my plans for you far surpass your own understanding. I am doing more than you can see, and I am working in ways you cannot always comprehend. I know you have dreams and aspirations. I know the desires of your heart, And while I care deeply about those desires, I also know that my plan for you is better than your own. There are things you don't yet understand, paths you haven't yet seen, and blessings that I have for you that are beyond your wildest dreams. When I promised to bless you, I didn't just mean in small ways. I meant that I will bless you in abundance. But sometimes, to receive those blessings, you must first trust in my wisdom and my timing. You may want something now, but I know what is best for you at every stage of your journey. Think of the story of Joseph. He was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison. It seemed like everything was falling apart, but I was at work in Joseph's life. Joseph couldn't see it at the time, but I had a greater plan in mind. He went through suffering, but in the end he was exalted to a position of great honor, and through him many lives were saved. His story reminds us that even when we cannot see the bigger picture, I am working all things for your good. Trusting God's provision. As you trust in my plan, also trust that I will provide for you. My provision is not limited to just material things. It includes peace, joy, strength, wisdom, and grace. I will provide everything you need to fulfill my purpose for your life. You may not always have everything you want, but I will provide everything you need. I am your shepherd, and I will lead you beside still waters. I will supply all your needs according to my riches in glory. You may face times of uncertainty, times when you wonder how your needs will be met. But I assure you, I am your provider. When you look back at your life, you will see how I have provided for you in ways you couldn't have imagined. Even when you thought you had nothing left, I was there, providing exactly what you needed at exactly the right time. Trust that I will continue to provide for you in every season of your life. Whether it is physical provision, emotional strength, or spiritual guidance, I will provide. Trusting in the journey, not just the destination. My beloved child, remember this. The journey is just as important as the destination. It's easy to get caught up in the end goal, to focus solely on the destination, but I want you to understand that I am working in every step you take. Every moment, every experience, every person you encounter is a part of your journey. I am teaching you, shaping you, and growing you in ways that you can't see. When you focus solely on the destination, you may miss the beauty of the journey. Every step you take is an opportunity for you to grow closer to me, to learn new things, to build your faith, and to prepare for what I have in store for you. So trust not just in the destination, but in the journey, because I am with you every step of the way. I know that at times you may feel like the road is long and winding, and you may wonder if you're on the right path. But I want you to know that every step you take is part of my plan for you. Every decision, every turn is leading you closer to the life I've prepared for you. Trust that I am guiding you, even when the road seems uncertain. My beloved child, there are times in life when it feels as though you are walking alone. Times when the weight of your circumstances presses down on you, and it seems like the world is moving in a direction that you cannot follow. There are moments when you question where I am, when you wonder why you feel so alone in your struggles. But today, I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt, I am always with you. You are never alone, no matter what you face. Whether you are walking through the valley of shadow and death, whether you are standing at the edge of a great uncertainty, or whether you are surrounded by people but still feel a deep emptiness in your heart, I am here, right beside you. Even in those moments when you feel abandoned, when you feel forgotten, I am closer to you than you realize. I know the depths of your heart, my child. I know the longings, the fears, the doubts that stir inside of you. And I want to remind you that I am with you in every moment, in every breath. The world may seem chaotic, and it may seem like you are alone in your struggles, but trust that I am walking with you through it all. I will never leave you nor forsake you. My presence is constant, even when you cannot feel it. I am always here, guiding you, comforting you, and loving you. The promise of God's presence. Let me remind you of the promises I made to you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. This is not just a comforting idea. It is the truth that transcends circumstances, that stands firm through every storm, and that remains unshaken through every trial. When I said that I would be with you, I meant it. I am not a distant God, observing your struggles from afar. I am right here beside you, walking through the trials, the triumphs, and everything in between. I am not just with you in your victories. I am with you in your pain, in your suffering, in your questions and your doubts. I am with you in your moments of joy, in your moments of sorrow, and in the quiet moments of your life that no one else sees. The reality is that my presence in your life is not dependent on your feelings. Even when you feel that I am distant, when the silence feels heavy and the waiting feels unbearable, I am still here. My love for you is constant, and my presence is unshakable. Whether you sense it or not, I am always by your side. God's presence in times of pain. There are times, my child, when the pain you feel is so deep, so overwhelming, that it seems like it could swallow you whole. In these moments, it may seem impossible to feel my presence. It may feel as though the weight of your suffering has separated you from me, and you wonder if I hear your cries. You may ask, "Why, Lord, why am I suffering so much? Where are you in this pain?" But I want you to know this, my beloved, I am closest to you in your pain. I am not far off, waiting for you to get over it or move on. I am with you in the deepest, darkest places of your heart. I weep with you in your sorrow, and I hurt with you in your struggles. I am not a God who is removed from human suffering. I know what it is to hurt. I know what it is to feel abandoned, betrayed, and broken. And I am here with you in that place. Do not think that I am indifferent to your pain. I am walking through it with you. When you are grieving, when you are mourning, when you are struggling to take the next step, I am with you. I understand the weight of your heartache, and I am here to comfort you, to hold you, and to carry you when you feel like you cannot go on. You may not feel it right now, but my presence is there. When the pain seems too much to bear, remember this: I will never leave you. I am walking with you through every heartache, every tear, every fear. And though it may feel like the storm will never end, I promise you this: the storm will pass. I am with you, and together we will get through it. God's presence in times of joy. My child, it's easy to sense my presence when things are going well, when life is full of joy and celebration. But even in those times, I am there with you. I am in every good thing that comes your way. The blessings you experience, the moments of peace, the joy you feel, these are gifts from me, reminders that I am with you, loving you and guiding you. Even in your happiest moments, I am by your side, sharing in your joy. I rejoice with you, my beloved. When you laugh, when you experience the warmth of love and connection, I am there, delighting in those moments with you. I am the source of your joy, and I am present in the moments that make you smile, in the blessings that fill your heart with gratitude. But do not forget, my child, that joy is also found in my presence, not just in external circumstances. True joy comes from being in relationship with me. In the moments when the world around you seems to fade away and it's just you and me, there, in my presence, you will find joy that surpasses understanding. God's presence in times of doubt. My beloved, there will be moments in your life when doubt will try to creep in. There will be times when you question my plan for you, when you wonder if you are on the right path or if I have abandoned you. It's natural to experience doubt, especially in the face of uncertainty or hardship. But I want you to know that I am still here, even in your doubt. I do not cast you away when you doubt. I do not turn my back on you when you question. I welcome your doubts because I know they are part of your journey. I understand your questions and I am here to guide you through them. When you doubt, I am not distant. I am close, ready to answer your questions, ready to comfort you, ready to give you the peace that surpasses understanding. You may not have all the answers now, but know this: I am always with you, guiding you step by step. Even in your doubts, I am working. Even when you cannot see it, I am still here, still loving you, still drawing you closer to me. Your doubt does not disqualify you from my love. In fact, it can be a stepping stone to deeper faith, a faith that is tested, refined, and strengthened. God's presence in the ordinary. My child, there are many moments in life that may seem small or insignificant. The routine, the ordinary moments of your day-to-day life, these are often where I am most present. It is easy to look for me in the extraordinary, the miraculous, the big events. But I want to remind you that I am in the ordinary moments as well. When you are cooking dinner, when you are working, when you are walking down the street, I am there. I am present in every moment of your life. There is no moment too small for my attention. I am with you in the quiet, the mundane, and the everyday moments that fill your life. Remember this, my beloved: I am with you always, in the moments that seem insignificant and the moments that seem extraordinary. I am there in the laughter of your children, in the quiet of your thoughts, in the joy of a morning sunrise. I am there in the joy, and I am there in the sorrow. I am in every part of your life, filling it with my presence. God's presence in the future. I also want to remind you, my child, that I am already in your future. I am not only present with you today, but I am preparing the way for you in the days ahead. The future may seem uncertain, and it may feel like you are stepping into the unknown, but I am already there. I know the plans I have for you, and I am guiding you toward them, even when the way forward seems unclear. I want you to trust me in the future, just as you trust me in the present. The road may not always be easy, but I am already there, making a way for you. Do not fear the unknown, for I walk with you every step of the way. Trust in my presence, my child, for I am with you now and forevermore. Whether you are in the valley or on the mountaintop, I am with you. You are never alone. Trust in my love, and trust that I am always by your side.